Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I have an interesting video for you. So we've been back from Colombia for a few days and I have no t-shirts. While in South America, I was reading all the popularity from that show, The Bear, and Jeremy Allen White's white t-shirt, heavyweight t-shirt. And so reading some articles and doing a little bit of digging online, I've got a couple of t-shirts today from a few brands, many different price points, I want to review with you. So come along. Okay, so the criteria was pretty simple. I read a few articles. They don't specifically know the brand that Jeremy Allen White was wearing. However, they have assumed the brand, and it was like $115 for the t-shirt. So I said, no way. So what I have for you today is maybe the best economical version. So reading 3 or 4 articles and then figuring out price points is how I whittled it down to 4 specific shirts, and they range anywhere from $7 up to, I think, right at $60. Okay, here we go. So 4 different brands, 4 different t-shirts, 4 different colors. I tried to do the kind of the white to dark gray, because like I said before, I really didn't want to get 4 white t-shirts, and I don't, hopefully, have any plans on sending these back, because like I said, the reviews were great on each one of these for different reasons. So we'll go over price point really quickly. This one is a Hanes Beefy tee, straight off of Amazon. Again, the sizes were based on recommendation, so 2 of these are mediums and 2 of these are larges. And it will depend on brand for me as to which one that I wear. But this one was directly off of Amazon for $7.95, I believe. So this one's going to be our cheapest. Next is True Classic. True Classic said a medium as well for me. That also came from Amazon. True Classic is on Amazon. This one, we bumped it up, and now we're talking about the $24 to $25 range. The Lululemon, this one is their functional tee. Again, now we've moved up into the $38 to $40 range. This one is a large. I've had these before, but they do have a different percentage of materials in their functional tees now. And then the most expensive and the heaviest weighted cotton is Buck Mason's Field Spec cotton. And this one I got in True White because this one was the closest one that they could find if you weren't spending that $115 for the t-shirt. So that will be our most expensive at I think it was $58. And then again, Lulu we're dropping down to $38. True Classic was around $25. And our Hanes Beefy, which is also a heavyweight cotton, was right at $8. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to unwrap these. We'll try these on one at a time. I will start with least expensive and go to most expensive, and we'll see how they fit and how they feel. Okay, first up is the Hanes Beefy tee. I can tell you there's some stretch cotton in here. This is not a stiff shirt at all. It was very comfortable. You can also see I have not washed this, so I want to say that as well. I won't be able to talk about any type of cotton drying, temperature requirements, shrinkage type of thing. This is going to be straight out of the bag, but this one feels very nice to be an $8 tee. I've had Hanes well in the past before for t-shirts, and this one feels more elevated. And like I said, this one does stretch. Remember, this is the medium. That was definitely the right fit. The length is a little longer than I was expecting for a medium on a body like mine, but room in the arms here, fully move. And for $8, I don't know if you could beat this so far, and this is the first one out of the bag. I will say the tag, I'm gonna have to remove the tag. The tag is quite stiff. I already feel it on my neck there, but other than that, just to start off with, this is a very nice tee. It does not feel heavy, even though they call it their beefy tee. The amount of ounces, I'll put it down below on the bottom of the screen because I don't remember the amount of ounces of cotton in this. But this is the second heaviest tee that we ordered in the set of 4. So right out of the bat, this is a very good purchase for $8. Second t-shirt, Average decided to come over and keep me company here. True Classic. True Classic has a little bit of a cult following. Had no idea that they had an Amazon storefront, but almost their entire line is available there. I will say, and I'll stand up here and show you, this is a thinner cotton. This feels more along the lines of a Lululemon with a blend of cotton in it. This is not heavyweight at all. This is a very thin material. This one is also a medium, and this one, again, hits almost the same length as the Hanes. The one thing that they really like to advertise is that it'll make your arms look big and it'll make any gut that you have look small. I will tell you it's a much tighter fit on the arms. There's not as much give. Not saying it's a stiffer material necessarily, but I will say that you can tell that it was deliberate for the arms. But the movement is fine. It's not a problem at all. And for a $25 price point, it does feel a little elevated. There is no tags in the back. It's just screen printed with the name. But the size and the feel of it is bang on. So kudos to Amazon for recommending mediums in those two shirts. But for this one, again, we've went from the dark gray now to a lighter heathered gray. I like this t-shirt just as well as the Hanes t-shirt, but for different reasons. This one feels more like I could take this to go to yoga. It also feels like if I paired this with a nice dark pair of jeans, put my white sneakers on, or maybe even a pair of boots or dress shoe, that it would feel like a much more expensive t-shirt than $25. So I'm extremely happy with this one as well. And I think it's time to move on to our last two, so our more expensive. I'm curious to see what the differences are. I could tell a difference between the way the Hanes cotton was spun and than what the True Classic feels like. But that's probably because there's some elastane in here and it's not just cotton. But we'll get more into that whenever we finish the entire video up. And then one more time, editing me will try to remember to tell you how many ounces of cotton that the True Classic is down below. Here is shirt number 3. I hope this lighting is good enough to see. This is the Lululemon Fundamental Tee. You can see I haven't taken any of the packaging off. I think I told you that it was around the $40 mark. This is 58 stickered, but I did get it on the We Made Too Much section underneath the website. I recommend if you're looking for workout gear that you should check there as you're comparing prices, because the We Made Too Much, you can find steep discounts that will give you the same price that you would get for lower brands on athletic wear sometimes. Again, right out of the bat, this feels like better, use that in loose quotations, material. This is more silky. This, I don't know that I could dress up. This feels more along the lines of Sunday morning, putting on a pair of joggers, maybe a zip-up sweatshirt, going for a walk with Julie and Abra, maybe going, out to brunch type of a thing. This is not a night out type of shirt. I don't know that I could dress this up. This is a large. I think I could have used a medium. You can see how long this is, right, with the cuff. That is an issue, just kind of overall for Lululemon, is when I purchase their shirts, a lot of times the medium is a little bit too snug up here in the chest, and the length for a large is too long. So I think this fits okay. I think it's the length. So there's a lot of times that I will take it to a tailor that I've used in Charlotte, for instance, will charge me $10 US to be able to take up the length for a shirt. So this does stretch a little. There's really good movement in this. The sleeve, I think it looks nice as far as the arms. Just a straight down boxy look. So, you know, I know there's another big popular thing about curved hems with some of these brands of t-shirts, but I just got the same basic tee across the line. Is it worth the $58? You know, we can talk about that in a little bit when we finish our overall review. But again, you know, this being around the $38 mark would change probably my overall perception of this t-shirt. But again, we've moved now to a lighter color. This is called Ice on their website. So we're really just in another heather gray shade. However, comparing it, you know, to True Classic, the ounces are not heavy. This is not a heavy tee at all, but I like the overall fit. The length is a little bit something that is wanting. So this is our first premium, and now we're going to go to our Buck Mason and talk about that one. That one will be the most expensive and the heaviest cotton that is made. And rounding out the top four is the priciest and I think the nicest. This is the Buck Mason Field Spec Heavyweight Cotton Tee. Everything that I have had from Buck Mason has been excellent. And this fit is exactly the same way. Buck Mason is an American brand out of Los Angeles that manufactures in the US. I've had many of their t-shirts before, mainly the Pima and the Supreme Cotton choices, so the lighter weight t-shirts. I got turned on to them several years ago because they had the first clothing line of t-shirt that had a curved hem. And I really liked the way that it fit. The only knock on them was ever their neckline. Their neckline was thin and it looked too casual sometimes. But I have, I think, 6 shirts still from Buck Mason that I have in regular rotation t-shirts, and they wear amazingly well with age. It is a cold wash, it is a low tumble dry, and that's really it. They're not prone to wrinkle. I took all 6 with me to Colombia, South America, brought all of them back. So we were in the jungle, we were on the coast, we were in the water, and they were there for all of it. So it got sandy, they got muddy, they got wet, and we had no nicks, tears, frays, still have no pilling. These t-shirts, some of these are older than mine and Julie's relationship. So I've had them for many, many years. This is a new one that they just come out with this season. And like I said, it's a heavier weight cotton. We'll put down on the screen how many ounces of heavyweight. So this is the heaviest of the rotation. This is the heaviest from Buck Mason that I have had. And I can tell you immediately, it feels more elevated than a waffle. But if you've had a waffle shirt before, that's kind of what it feels like with the sensitivity on the skin, but not as aggressive. The arms are great. I can stretch in this. This is a large. So remember, we rotated through some sizes based on brand. The neckline is a little wider, so I do feel like I could dress this up or down. And the length is about perfect. I don't know if we would have, I think there's only a ½ inch difference between the medium and the large, so I don't really know if we would get a medium that would even be any shorter than that. So we're going to keep it. It can be tucked and untucked. Says it won't shrink as long as I follow the directions. The tag in the back is actually sewn in. It's like a sewn in patch. Is absolutely unnoticeable. Cannot see it or feel it back here on my skin whatsoever. This is the white, and this is the closest to Jeremy Allen White's t-shirt from the television show, The Bear. These retail for the same price that their Suprema cotton retails, which is $55 to $58. It depends on the wash that you're getting. Again, with this white one, I can tell you immediately, this is a very much more elevated feel than all the others. Lulu was a little better with the silkiness, but that's not what I was looking for here. That was not the expectation. I knew I wanted to get the heaviest weighted cotton that I could, but I can also tell you that it is extremely breathable. So I have no doubt that if I were to go outside with this being a white color, I'm not going to take and absorb the sweat or be any hotter. You know, this time of year or in the dead of summer, like I could have been with other shirts. So while it is the heaviest, it also feels like it is extremely breathable. And the washing, the care is exactly the same. I really enjoy the way that this feels so far, and I am hoping that the dyes and the colors do not run, transfer. I know with white, it gets a little difficult. We can start to yellow and tarnish. So I will make sure to wash this, although I'm almost certain this is the only white piece that I have in my entire wardrobe. Immediately, I would tell you my reaction, having tried all three of the other ones on, I would toss the other three and order 3 more of these. Like hands down. If you have the money to do a Buck Mason, make sure you do, regardless of what it is. This is not the only thing, the t-shirts are not the only thing I own from Buck Mason. I've also been to their storefront in New York City, which is in Greenwich Village, and they have the same level of, I don't know, of customer care, of service, of availability, and you also can get free shipping on your first order, because the threshold's like $150 if you put in free ship whenever you check out. So for me, excellent, excellent, feels excellent. We'll love to layer this as we get into the colder months of the year, and just again, the way that this fits, the way that this falls, you can immediately tell there was a reason why this was the most expensive of all 4 t-shirts. All right, let's round them up, give a review, and an overall winner. Here's all 4 of our shirts, who wins and why. They're lined up, cheapest, most expensive, only by price. And I think overall what I would say is, if you do want the premium feel in the premium t-shirt, the Buck Mason was amazing. I literally could throw all of the other 3 away or return them and get more of the Buck Mason because of the way that it felt and the way that it fit. But if you look at the line of the 4 that we chose, we did so because of the advantages on the articles that I read, and they each one could win out depending upon what you wanted it to do. If you want a hardy tee at an easy price point that you could dress up or down, the Hanes is there. And there were plenty of colors on Amazon, all under $10 US. They ranged from blues and reds and deep greens, grays and whites. There were probably close to 18 different colors and shades of colors on the website. But like I said, I was trying to stick to white or at least a shade of gray. If you want an overall winner that makes you feel like you're wearing something expensive that you could dress up or down, True Classic would be the overall winner for that. The price point at $25, I think, is extremely fair. They do have a limited number of colors, at least on Amazon, but saying that, there's still 7 or 8 there. And I could see myself at a medium wearing that shirt for quite some time. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to wash these and check back in with you to let you know if any of them shrank, but that's because I always wash in cold water and tumble dry low, and each one of these has recommended that I do that. I will also tell you that the clear loser is going to be the Lululemon. The reason why I say that is because I know this material. I have had this material before. This material, while it will stand up and while the shirt will maintain its shape, it is going to peel. I promise you it's going to peel at some point. Even turning it inside out and washing it inside out. So for the price point and for your money, I wouldn't recommend that one at all. I could make a case for any of the other three over the Lululemon. So the Lululemon is a clear loser. I think the best, if we're taking price point and we're taking fit into account, and we're taking in ease ability to order or to return, because that's important, True Classic is your winner. Because True Classic is at a fair price, makes your arms look great. I don't know about the whole gut thing. They do have a curved hem version if you want the curved hem version, and they have plenty of colors. So if you go through Amazon, which that's where I ordered that one and the Hanes t-shirt from, then you know how easy Amazon returns are versus going through customer service at one of these other sites. Also, Lululemon is not going to allow a return. This was a we made too much. I can't count them, as a negative because of that reason, simply because I chose to buy it that way. If you were to purchase it outright on the website, then you're paying the $58 price point, and these two become the same price. And this one, hands down, would beat the Lululemon to death. So, overall winner for me is True Classic. Premium is the Buck Mason. We go back and we talk about Jeremy Allen White's white t-shirt on the Bear. This one I think is going to be amazing. I know Buck Mason well enough to know these are not going to shrink. The color is not going to run or dull since this is a white. And I know that when I get it out of the dryer or what I put it through outside, it's going to come back the same. And I took all Buck Masons with me to South America. They have been in the jungle, they have been in the water, they have been snagged on stuff, but they don't tear, they don't rip, they don't fray, they don't dull. So, I know it sounds like I have two winners, right? If you want a best overall and you consider price, you have to go with True Classic and give that a try. If you want to splurge and you want to feel what an excellent organic cotton, heavyweight cotton t-shirt, that reminds you of the Bear, you've got to spend it and go with the Buck Mason. And I think that, about does it for me. I didn't want to get into any more than 4. So I think I picked 4 now that I've tried them on and seen what they look like. 4 good choices, but I think we have a winner for two different reasons. And for me, it's the Buck Mason. For you, it might be the True Classic. It might be the Buck Mason. I can tell you that the only one right now I would want to get rid of is the Lululemon. But with the material it's made out of, I can still use it to work out in. These other 3 will be put in daily rotation. This guy might be getting a brother. I might be getting another one. If I don't get another one of these, I would definitely get another True Classic. Okay, guys, I think that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making this. I might try some more t-shirts or something clothing related down the line. But yeah, this one was fun for me. And not having t-shirts, I needed a few t-shirts anyway. Although I think I might be taking that Lululemon back. I'm not sure. Might be able to get a store credit. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for joining me as always. Guys, have a great day. I'll see you again in another video very soon.